Very important point, Dr. Anand Ranganathan. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, now we know that the Burhan Wanis have been created not by a reaction to the perceived injustices of the state of India, but because of what they are being fed by misguided, hate-mongering mullahs.
Good evening, Rahul. I'm afraid I would have to disagree. There is nothing called radicalization or radical Islam. If a doctor reads, imbibes, memorizes, practices, preaches, extols a definitive and iconic book of medicine, like for example the Gray's Anatomy, would you call him a radical doctor? Likewise, if a Muslim reads, imbibes, memorizes, practices, preaches, extols a book that explicitly defines who a believer or a non-believer is, 33, 36, 3, 132, 8, 2, 49, 15, and has more than half of its verses asking for the complete destruction and annihilation of non-believers, polytheists, Jews, Christians, and saying that they are the worst of creatures, 98:6, never to be married with, 2:21, they should be condemned to eternal roasting in hell, 4:56, that no other deity has the right to be worshipped except Allah, 40:62. Does he become a radical Muslim? Are 1.8 billion Muslims radical? Because all of them, by the very definition of being Muslim as given by Allah, have to believe that these commandments by Allah are true and inviolable. This is why I say Islamophobia is the rational fear of discussing Islam in its entirety among Muslims, which is the axiom, snare the fundamentalists but spare the fundamentals. It is the so-called moderate Muslims who are Islamophobic. That is that they fear Islam. They fear to bring out the commandments of their holy book in its entirety on Jews, Christians, polytheists, homosexuality, apostasy, heresy, dress code, wife beating, blasphemy, because they fear being called illiberal and hypocrites. So they end up condemning and branding as radicals the Muslims who are faithfully following the fundamentals. The problem, Rahul, is intractable and it cannot be solved because 1.8 billion Muslims will never allow a handful to dictate that those verses mean something else. Please give me 30 seconds. The disbelievers of that time, polytheists, Christians, Jews, apostates, were seen to possess certain characteristics, and it is these characteristics that are condemned and ordered to be punished by the Holy Book. The orders are not for the non-believers of that time. They are for anyone who possesses these characteristics for all time. All Muslim schools accept this. 1.8 billion Muslims accept this. So they are wrong, and these handfuls of deceiving poster boys of secularism are right.
Well, the champion of polemics, Dr. Ranganathan, using irony to telling explosive revelatory effect as usual.